this is real Chinese, not textbook Chinese. We start with a short movie clip. Explain the words and grammar, step by step. And then we practice speaking together, out loud, non-stop, until it feels natural. Let's begin.
麦克，你会用筷子吗？
我不太会用。
没关系，麦克，这是刀叉。
After dinner.
妈妈、阿姨，我们洗碗吧。
好啊。
好吧。
Here's how to say you in Chinese. Listen and repeat.
你
And here's how to say to use. Listen and repeat.
用
Chinese language uses tones. When you listen to the Chinese speaker, listen carefully. Try your best to mimic her tones. How do you say you use?
你用
And here's how to say I.
我
Do you remember how to say to use?
用
How do you say I use?
我用
And what about you use?
你用
And here's how to say knife. Listen and repeat.
刀
How do you say to use knife?
用刀
And try to say you use knife.
你用刀
What about I use knife?
我用刀
And we have another word, chopsticks. Listen and repeat.
筷子
The Chinese speaker is going to break down this word into different characters, starting from the last one. Listen and repeat.
字筷子
Say to use chopsticks.
用筷子
Say you use chopsticks.
你用筷子
What about I use knife?
我用刀
And we have another word, can, or be able to, or capable of. Listen and repeat.
会
How do you say you can, or you're able to, or you're capable of?
你会
Then how do you say you can use?
你会用
Try to say chopsticks again.
筷子
Now say you can use chopsticks.
你会用筷子
How do you say I'm able to use or I can use?
我会用
Say I'm able to use knife.
我会用刀
To convert a statement to a question, we use a modal particle, which is character
妈妈
and we add this to the end of a statement to convert the statement into a question. Let's see how it works. Try to say you can or you're able to again.
你会
Now try to ask, are you able to or can you?
你会吗
Notice that in Chinese, we usually don't change the word order. Now try to ask, you can use chopsticks?
你会用筷子吗
Another thing I need to point out is that the tone is not changed. So you don't say 你会用筷子吗? Like in English. The tone of the character always maintains the same tone. It doesn't matter whether the sentence is a question or a statement. Let's continue. Answer, I can use chopsticks. 我会用筷子. Now in Chinese, when subjects are obvious, we often omit them. So try to say the same thing, but omit chopsticks. Say, I can use chopsticks. 我会用. Now, to negate an action, we say the word not. Listen and repeat.
不不不
And to use the word to negate an action, we put it in front of the action. So try to say cannot, but in Chinese you say not can or not capable.
不会不会
Again, listen carefully about what she says because there are different tones in Chinese language and sometimes the tone changes. Let's continue. Say cannot use or not able to use.
不会用不会用
Say I cannot use chopsticks.
我不会用筷子
Ask, you can use chopsticks?
你会用筷子吗
Answer, I cannot use chopsticks. 我不会用筷子。Say again, but this time omit chopsticks. So say, I cannot use chopsticks. 我不会用。Now we have another new word, too, as in too good, or too bad, or too beautiful. Listen and repeat.
太
And to negate it, you say not to.
不太
So try to say, I'm not too capable. And literally you say, I'm not too capable.
我不太会
How do you say, I'm not too capable to use?
我不太会用
Say, I'm not too capable to use chopsticks.
我不太会用筷子
Why do we use Thai in this statement? Well, the speaker here doesn't want to feel too bad. If I say, I cannot use chopsticks, that's a little bit too direct. You want to use Thai to make yourself feel better. And this same logic applies when you talk to other people. And we will see different scenarios in this series. Now let's continue. Now try to say, I can use knife.
我会用刀
And here's how to say this or these in Chinese. Listen and repeat.
这
And another new word is or are. Listen and repeat again.
是
Now try to say this is or these are.
这是
Say this is knife.
这是刀
Say this is chopsticks.
这是筷子
And here's how you say fork. Listen and repeat.
叉
How do you say knife and fork?
刀叉
Say these are knife and fork.
这是刀叉
Say I can use knife and fork or I'm capable to use knife and fork.
我会用刀叉
Say I cannot use chopsticks.
我不会用筷子
Say, I'm not too capable to use chopsticks.
我不太会用筷子。
I can use knife and fork.
我会用刀叉。
So in the video, the father asks, Mike, you can use chopsticks?
Mike， 你会用筷子吗？
Answer, I'm not too capable to use. 我不太会用。I can use knife and fork. 我会用刀叉。In Chinese, here's how you say it's okay or it doesn't matter. Listen and repeat.
没关系，没关系。
Now the Chinese speaker is going to break down this word into characters starting from the last one. Try to follow her.
系，系。关，关。关系，关系。没关系，没关系。
In the video, the homestay student is asked about whether he's able to use chopsticks or not, and he feels a little bit bad about not being able to use chopsticks too well. So he said, I'm not too capable to use chopsticks.
我不太会用筷子。
And then the mother comes with fork and knife and says, it's okay.
没关系，
These are knife and fork.
这是刀叉。
And we have another word, we. Listen and repeat.
我们，我们。们，我，我们。
You might have heard that in Chinese, there's no plural form of nouns. And people always question why we have this men here to indicate plural. Well, technically, men means a group of something. So in Chinese, it's a little bit funny to know that we are just a group of I's. So technically, men is not a plural form of any nouns. It indicates group. Let's continue. Try to say we again.
我们，
Say we not too capable to use chopsticks.
我们不太会用筷子。
We can use knife and fork.
我们会用刀叉。
Here's how to say to wash. Listen and repeat.
洗，洗。
How do you say to wash chopsticks?
洗筷子，
And how do you say to wash knife and fork?
洗刀叉，
And we have another noun to learn, which is bowl. Listen and repeat.
碗，碗，
And in order to say to do dishes, you say to wash bowls.
洗碗，洗碗，
Say you wash bowls.
你洗碗，
Say I do dishes or I wash bowls.
我洗碗，
Ask, you wash bowls?
你洗碗吗？
Omitting bowls, say I wash bowls. 我洗. Now, omitting bowls again, say we wash bowls. 我们洗. Now say the complete statement. We wash bowls. 我们洗碗. Now we have another particle to learn, which is a suggestion particle. Listen and repeat.
八，八，八，
And the suggestion particle is usually added at the end of a sentence to make a suggestion. So try to suggest that we do dishes.
我们洗碗吧。
Now suggest you do dishes.
你洗碗吧。
Here's how to say okay in Chinese.
好，好，
The main meaning of this character is actually good, but in this video, it can also mean okay. Let's see how we use that in this lesson. Now suggest again, I wash bowls.
我洗碗吧。
Answer okay. 好. And we have another particle to learn, and this particle, which is
啊，啊，
and this particle often indicates attitude, and it often indicates enthusiasm. Let's see how it's used. Say okay with enthusiasm.
好啊，好啊，
Now again suggest you do dishes.
你洗碗吧。
Answer okay with enthusiasm. 好啊，好啊. Say I'm not capable to wash bowls. 我不会洗碗. Say, it doesn't matter. I wash.
没关系，我洗。
How do you say, this is knife?
这是刀。
What about, this is fork?
这是叉。
Ask, you're able to use chopsticks?
你会用筷子吗？
Say, not too capable to use. 我不太会用。Say, it doesn't matter. These are knife and fork.
没关系，这是刀叉。
Suggest, we do dishes. 我们洗碗吧。Say, okay, with enthusiasm.
好啊。
Now suggest again, we do dishes. 我们洗碗吧。Instead of use the modal particle a, try to use modal particle ba to say okay.
好吧。
Now, the modal particle ba here indicates a different attitude. It actually indicates a slight reluctant. So in the video, the mother says 好啊, which indicates enthusiasm. But the father says 好吧, which actually indicates a little bit reluctant. But why he's a little bit reluctant, I can only guess maybe it's usually his job to do the dishes. And now all of a sudden it changed to someone else. Maybe he's a little bit stubborn, or maybe he has doubts about the capability of two teenagers doing dishes, whether they can do it cleanly or not. But because they're so enthusiastic about doing dishes, so he reluctantly agrees and he says, okay. So try to say okay slightly reluctantly.
好吧。
Now ask, you can do dishes?
你会洗碗吗？
Answer with enthusiasm. Say, I can. 我会啊. And suggest you do dishes.
你洗碗吧。
Answer with enthusiasm. Okay. 好啊. Now try to answer again, but reluctantly. 好吧. Now watch the same video clip again to see how much you have learned.
麦克，你会用筷子吗？
我不太会用。
没关系，麦克，这是刀叉。
After dinner.
妈妈，阿姨，我们洗碗吧。
好啊。
好吧。